So, on this video, you're gonna be seeing me unpacking and driving the new VW Tiguan in the streets of Durban around the Durban July. Maybe I'll show you also my outfit. I'm also gonna show you the functionalities of the car, the outlook, as well as the car parking itself. We're gonna be testing that out. In front, you've got a gloss black grille with a nice LED light that runs in front. I'm going to show you that and functionality of how it looks at night. You've got air vents on the side of the bumper there, park distance control that are fully functional for your safety. I must say this car is a little bit underwhelming when you compare it to the R. I mean, just look at this R. It's just saying, please come by me. And South Africans have proven to us that they really love the Tiguan. They love the Tiguan so much they even started stealing the front badges. I hope they stop that because this badge looks slightly different. You've got a Volkswagen font text that's written on the pillar, on that gloss black pillar. Also, I must mention, guys, it took me a lot of time driving around the Durban city looking for a place where I can shoot this car where it was nice and peace and quiet, because a lot of people were in Durban for the Durban July. So yeah, it took me a while. So you're going to be seeing me driving around Durban. When you look at the wheels, we've got 18-inch alloy wheels there that are gloss black and diamond cut. VW also gives you an option to use some of these as your option. Here are the options on your screen that you can look at. You can also get all the way up to 20-inch wheels. But I think these are good. These are 18s and they were really nice. On the outlook, on the outside as well, you've got your fully functional roof rails for people that want to hang their bicycles there, fishing rods, or any extra load, maybe one of those two-lay boxes. Pricing, this car starts at 664,500, but there's other trims like the Tiguan Live. You've got the Tiguan Live TDI, R-Line, as well as R-Line 2-liter TDI, which tops at 851,000 Rand. But hey, it's a looker. This car is simply beautiful. And let's continue. At the back, you've got IQ lights, LED, as well as in the front. As I said, I'm gonna attach a video towards the end of the video so you can see how the lights look and also how they, when they turn on, how do they look even at night. So the silhouette of the car has been kept the same. Looking at where VW comes from, I think they've come a long way from looking at this monster of a Tiguan to this beautiful one. But again, at the time, we didn't even realize that the car wasn't the best of cars. It just looked fine. At the back, you've got nice LED lights that runs a LED bar that runs from side to side. You also do have an animation when you turn the lights on. Let me see if I can show you that here. So when you switch off the lights, let's see if we can switch them off. Your indicators are also LED, and when you turn them on, when you turn the car on or open the car, you will see the animation there. Look at that. Isn't that cool? I think VW has done well here. It really looks nice, and yeah, I think it's a looker. It really looks cool. In terms of boot space, you can expect about 520 liters of boot space, and if you roll down the seat, it will be up to 615. The tailgate is electronically controlled, which I think should come standard with every car now, and I'm seeing we're slowly getting there. You do have other functionalities in there. You do have a 230 volt socket where you can charge your phone using a normal home charger, or a laptop if it uses that sort of a charger, or if you've got one of those cooler boxes that need electricity and then they just keep your stuff cool. Here are the hooks on the side where you can load when you're loading some cargo that you think might move around. You can hook them up them nicely there. And then you do have your spare wheel underneath there. Excuse my boxes get there, guys. I was there for some work purposes, and if you know, I work in the liquor industry. So you also do have a socket there where you can plug in, either maybe when you're chilling at the back, you can either plug a cooler or charge your phone or whatever. The mirrors on this car fold, which I think it's a very useful practical functionality, especially when you are navigating tight spots and you need to quickly just fold them, or even when you're at an event and you don't want people just bumping into your mirrors passing by. Here are your LED lights, daylight running lights in front. Yeah, that's about it on the exterior. Now let's take a drive in the streets of Durban. I'm here for the Durban July. Maybe I'm also going to show you my Durban July outfit. Dango. Also, at the end of the video, I'm going to show you how the car can park itself. CarPlay somehow my recording device, my iPhone does not want to record videos when CarPlay is on, which is, I totally understand, because it's probably like a safety feature, you know. So I am driving in the streets of Durban. I'm currently in Durban South by the harbor. I'm driving back to Mhlanga, and yeah, hopefully you Durbanites will be familiar with the streets as we continue to drive here. Some of the functionalities here is this voice enhancer. I don't know if you guys will be able to hear the difference now, and when I lower, I press there. So what it does is, when you click or you increase the voice enhancer option, the person at the back can almost hear you through the speakers, even the person sitting next to you. So I'll click there. Can you hear that? It's almost like I'm in a tunnel auditorium and I'm about to sing. Oh. sorry. I don't want to make people uneasy with my fantastic singing. So yeah, this is what that options does. So if you turn it down, that's just the intensity of it. And then you can also check out other Bluetooth functionalities. If you're playing music, you can switch the focus of the music to wherever you want in the car. So you can, for instance, either push it here when you want that person that side to have more sound coming their way than you. And if you don't know how to put it back, you just click there and then it's going to recenter it for you. And then the volume settings are here. That's where the voice enhancer is. And then if you want to set up your own equalizers, you can. Similar to the Golf, the same functionality that you're seeing here is very similar to the one that you get in the Golf. This car comes with an option of Harman Kardon sound system, but however this one does not have, because if it had, it would be written somewhere there by the speakers. If you have not seen the Golf video, please go watch. And also, if you have not subscribed, kindly do subscribe. If you like the content I do, click the notification bell, click like, share with your friends and family and your followers. If you've ever wondered why I took so long to be so consistent with reviewing cars, is that our content on the channel was mainly focused on us as a couple. But with me and my passion for cars, taking that in and having and building a whole new community of people that follow the channel or subscribe to the channel for cars was a bit hard, but now it seems like we've gotten some momentum. So road to 10,000 subscribers. Please subscribe. Take this moment to subscribe. I really do appreciate it. I must mention that it's not all car manufacturers that you'll be able to see me with. It's gonna be a few. Sometimes maybe we'll get a new one and all of that, but I will go out and rent the car so that I can review it for you, because this is something I love. This is something I truly do love. I haven't made money from it yet. I hope one day I do. But also, when the manufacturers give us cars to go and review with you guys, some of you think that we make money. Some of you think that we get paid to review those cars. There's probably 1% of the opportunities that come across our way to review cars that pay. And it's usually them taking you somewhere and then overnight stay and all of that. So we're driving in the city center, and if you've seen the Golf video, and I'm sorry, I'm going to be referring to the Golf video a lot, you will notice that the steering wheel is the same, the digital cluster similar, the screen here, this beautiful tablet is really nice. If you haven't seen how you can increase the volume, this is where the haptics are, when you just increase and lower by just sliding there. Same thing can be found for the heater or the cooling system. If you want to reduce it, you can either click there, or you could also just swipe to increase the temperature or lower the temperature. I think it's very cool. I mean, we fought a lot with manufacturers for putting the temperature controls buttons inside of the screen, but at least now they're out here. If you're connected to CarPlay, which I will show you now, you'll see a different system functionality, and it's wireless. I think that's the cool thing. However, I must say, you can actually plug in your phone here, because down there you do have two USB-C type ports that you can use there to plug your phone which I do ever so often. This car does not have wireless charging, but I'm sure on the Tiguan R line, or the ones with a much more higher spec, you will get that. But what I like about the most is this car is that down here you can actually close and just partition whether you want whatever you want to put on top versus what you want to put down there. So if you've got a wire like this one where you're charging your phone, you can actually charge your phone and close it in there so that you don't have a lot of wires running across here, which I think is cool. The car would usually come with a sunroof, and those sunroof buttons will be here. You've got your sunglass holder up here as well, but I don't think it's just for sunglasses. You can put other stuff because this one is not cushioned. Usually sunglass holders inside, you will find there'll be a nice velvet material inside that shows you that this is just for sunglasses. Also, you've got your reading lights here, and the nice thing about the reading light or that cabin light, you also don't really have to touch it. You can just hover around it like that. It'll be off, and then you do that, it's off. That turns it on, and that turns it off. There. Yeah. So I am currently averaging 8.8. This is a 1.4 TSI. It's slightly bigger than the 1 liters and the 1.2s that we saw coming out with the Tiguan and the Polo a couple of years ago. So I think this 1.4 works. However, that 8.8 is still a bit high. However, you need to understand that I'm doing a whole lot of in-city driving because I'm in Durban for the Durban July, and there is really hardly any highway driving that I did with this car. I love this stitching on the dashboard here. It's got a nice subtle touch that makes it feel to it, that makes it not seem so cheap. I have attached a video for you guys to see the ambient lighting at night. Down here, it lights up so nice. You obviously have cars that have much more better ambient lighting, but I think this is cool. It works, and the red goes very well with GTI. We all know that VW loves the red because of the GTI feel that we always get from that. So yeah, I think it works. I think it's a pretty cool car. I love this functionality here where you don't necessarily have to touch the volume knob. So if you want to increase the volume, you find it down here, but also it's touch sensitive, so either you can touch or you can hover around it. You can either click it. When you click it, it also gives you different driving modes. So if you want to go eco, you go eco and save a little bit of fuel, where your gears do not drag as long and your revs aren't as high, so meaning you will save a little bit more fuel. You click on the button again, you go back to comfort, or you can click on sport, and when you click on sport, you have a little bit much more better throttle response. Also, your steering wheel becomes a little bit much more stable. I don't want to say harder, but becomes a little bit more stable to control. And you just feel everything around the car becoming slightly rigid and solid. So I think it's a cool thing as well. You get a decent range from the tank, because I saw when I picked up the car, it was on full tank, and I had 720, 750 k's to go. I still have 490. I'm still not sure how much kilometers I've done, but I know it's well over 200 because I've been doing a whole lot of in-city driving with my work. We've got a couple of bikers passing through. I've always loved bikes, but I know myself. I'm a speed junkie, and I'm not scared of speed or the thrill. So I'm just worried that if I do get a bike, I might just die young, because I might just want to clock the bike and finish the speed, and and I still have young kids and a partner, so I'm not sure if I should get one. But I find bikes quite cool, but also the convenience of having a bike, knowing that you don't really need to worry too much about traffic. I truly sometimes wish I could own one. Maybe in the future I will think about it. So yeah, the driving impressions of the car, the cabin noise is okay. I wouldn't say it's too quiet. It's actually just fine, honestly. It doesn't have a lot of noise, but also there's a little bit of tire noise that comes through into the car. I think that's mainly because some of the materials of the car are made from plastic, and plastic cannot really absorb that sound. does not have great cushioning, but it'll be interesting to find out on like a Touareg or something like that. But in a Golf, I picked up similar noise. This car is on 18-inch wheels, so you've got decent cushioning on the ground. Your shock absorption is pretty cool. I don't think there's anything wrong with the car. Also, Tiguan has a pretty big market in South Africa. When they launched the second or third generation or second generation Tiguan, people loved it. I'll just touch it on the screen. I'll show you the Tiguan Evolution. So they had this Tiguan, and then after they released this one, and this one we really do loved, and then now we've got this one. It's a pity, like I said, that we don't have the R-Line package, but inside they look the same. They've got the same power output, as I said, of 110 kilowatts across the range, and they all got the same engine. So if you're buying the TSI R-Line, you're actually just getting a much more better spec in terms of looks on the outside, but on the inside it's basically the same thing. It really is the same thing, because I mean, it's the difference will probably be just the seats and a couple of other smaller stuff there. Maybe we'll get the R badging on the steering wheel, but everything else works the same. So I'm going to show you guys how the park assist works when I do park. But yeah, okay, here's a parking space here. I think the car will be able to pick up this parking space. It should be able to pick it up there. So we're going to say, please press the brake and press start. So I'm going to press start. So I've let go of everything, and the car is doing its thing. Sometimes it worries me. I end up putting my foot on the brake because I'm not sure if this car will stop. But it will stop. Sometimes it even moves itself forward when that's done. So it will change the gears as well. Look. And then it will move itself forward until it feels this is fine. And then when everything is done, it will say, and just like that, the car has parked itself. And this is how it looks like on the parking spot. It is in. Can't fault it, can't judge it. It is in, left enough space. So yeah, that's how the parking functionality works. As you actually, let's look at a Mercedes for instance. Your gear stick will be you pushing it up and down. Your gear stick will be you pushing it up and down, but this one, if you want to put it into drive, you just do that. And reverse, neutral, sports, you just push it further, just like that. So yeah, it's new. I haven't seen anything like this before. On the Mercedes one, you know, you just have to push it up and down, and usually would have a normal gear stick somewhere in the middle. So if you're wondering where that is, it is there. The car does have pedal shifters there, and yeah. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you've watched up until this far, I truly appreciate it. At night, you do have your handles that have got a bit of a highlight under the illumination, ambient lighting on the handle, and an illumination on the ground of the VW logo. On the inside, as I said, you can change the colors into whatever color you want. I was recording this video from the outside so I can show you how bright it can get even when you're standing from the outside. And on the next video, we're going to be unpacking the features of the Defender 110, Land Rover Defender 110. And then I promise I've got other cars that you guys are really going to enjoy watching. Like I said, I always take feedback, so please go into the comment section. Let me know what you think of this review. Was it lighthearted? Was it short? Was it too long? And also how I can improve. And I will always take those into notes. And I appreciate the support of you watching the video up until this far. Danko, and thank you for watching. Oh, and here are some snaps of my Durban July outfit. I hope you like it, because I do. Thank you.